Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to installment of Scott Selections here for Wednesday, July 8th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We had a loss in baseball with the Mets -1.5 at -125 on DraftKings. Mets only allowed one run in the entire game. Great American Ballpark, hitters friendly ballpark, and the Mets got shut out. They couldn't do anything. They had guys on base in either 7 of the 9 innings or 8 of the 9 innings. They went 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position, and they lost the game 1-0. So pretty unfortunate there, especially considering the fact that Scherzer was fantastic in his first start off of the IL. Unfortunately, so was Lodolo, and the Reds' awful bullpen also shut down the Mets. So embarrassing offensive showing there. I believe the last 3 baseball bets we've made, the teams that we've backed have gone 1 for 20 with runners in scoring position, and the only hit we had was the Blackman RBI single from 2 days ago. So he was pinch hitting in that situation. So starters for teams that we've backed in the last 3 days, 0 for 19 with runners in scoring position, which is not ideal. So at the end of the day, you can force a camel to water, you can't make it drink. We've had a lot of chances. It just seems like none of the teams we've backed have been able to actually get any clutch hits, and hopefully that changes here on Wednesday. And for the play of the day, we're going to stick with baseball. Look at a game between the Rangers and the Orioles taking place at around 7 p.m. Eastern time. And for this play, we'll like the over. 9.5 runs at -115 on Bet Online. Time recording of 8:05 a.m. Eastern time. Couple reasons why I like the over in this spot. First reason, great line available at Bet Online. Every other book has 10, and yet the Bet Online book has 9.5, so I'll gladly take the extra half run of value, no questions asked. Now, to go through the offensive trends for these teams, Texas has been very solid offensively recently, as the Rangers have scored at least 6 runs in 3 of their last 4 games. On top of that, each of the first 2 games in this series have been very high scoring, as each of those 2 games have had at least 13 runs. They've also gone to extra innings, so you have had a couple of extra opportunities because these teams are pretty evenly matched up to this point. So I do think there is a shot, maybe even at a 4-4 miracle over a miracle extra inning draw. But you're looking at who's pitching for these teams. 2 less than ideal options. You have Otto pitching for the Rangers, last 2 starts, 10 innings pitched, 15 flat ERA. He's been awful, and based on how Baltimore's been hitting recently, I do think Baltimore should fare well against him here on Wednesday. And you have Watkins pitching for Baltimore. He has been pretty good recently. However, both those starts came on the road, which makes sense because Watkins has been terrible at Camden Yards so far this season. So far at home, 16 and 1/3 innings pitched, 5.51 ERA, and both bullpens in this series have been a mess. So I do think you're going to end up seeing a lot of people on base, a lot of opportunities for some multi-run home runs. And 9.5, I just think is too low with these, I'd say average at best, probably most being realistic below average starting pitchers. And if you want to go through some trends, the over is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings. But at the end of the day, the Rangers have been scoring 6 runs for about 75% of the time in the last couple of days. And I do think they have a decent shot to get the 6 once again. Baltimore has been very good offensively in the series, and with Otto's recent struggles, I do think both these teams have a shot to get to a 5-5 game. And if that's the case, you automatically win. But I do think you're going to end up seeing a decent amount of opportunities to generate a lot of runs in this game. So the play that once again here for Wednesday, July 6th is going to be on the Rangers and Orioles over 9.5 runs at -115 on Bet Online. Bye, everyone.